This is Russ. Yeah, I'm here to show you the differences between the Engwe EP-2 3.0 and the Engwe L20 3.0. Now these bikes have certain similarities, but there are some differences as well. Let's get right down to the price first. Sale price currently for the EP-2 3.0 is $999, whereas the L20 3.0 is $1399. So you're talking a $400 difference. You're probably wondering, well, what do I get for $400 more? Well, we'll talk about that, okay? But the interesting part is there's a lot of similarities also between the two models. In terms of sheer value, EP-2 3.0, $999's got a lot of features on it. This one, yep, it's got some additional things. So let's talk about the EP-2 3.0 first. Obviously, as you can see, this is a step over model versus the L20 3.0. This one is a step through design, so you can obviously get on the bike a lot easier. This one, yeah, I wouldn't try lifting my leg up and going over this. I typically tilt the bike down, swing my leg over, and get on the bike. So if you're in need of something like a step-through design, you want to go with the L20 3.0. I'm just going to call them L20 and EP2. We know they're 3.0. It's just easier for me to say it, okay? So both of these bikes are folding bikes. So there's locking mechanisms here that will fold the bike in half. And then you can also bring the handlebar down, pull this, that comes down, the other part folds in half, okay? I'm gonna refer you to the reviews that I did on each individual bike because I do show all that. So rather than duplicating things here, I'm just gonna say go through those videos to see the individual reviews of the bikes. So let's talk differences, okay? The major difference I think you'll notice besides the step through versus the step over design is that this is a hardtail design, okay? So when you're on this bike, there is no rear suspension. Both bikes have front fork suspensions. I think the front fork on the L20 is a little bit better, but still, they both have front fork suspensions, but this one also has a rear suspension. So right down here is a rear suspension unit here. The saddles are identical. They both use a nice wide saddle. It's got a nice cush to it. So the saddles are perfectly fine, okay? The electronics are also identical, all right? So all the features that you find on the EP2 version, you find on the L20 version as well. The alarm system, the whole thing is there, okay? All the controls and everything are identical between it, all right? So now the one thing I didn't show on the bikes that in case you needed these handlebars even taller, there is another section here that you can raise it even taller if you wanted to. I have it down to the lowest levels on both bikes because I think they're pretty tall as it is, but you can raise both handlebars, okay? Now, the gears are a little bit different, okay? So on an EP2 3.0, this is a 7-gear system. When you get to the L20, this is an 8-gear system, okay? So the cogs in the back, you have a little bit more, you have one extra thing there, okay? Versus this one. The brakes are slightly different. Although they both use Tektro brakes, the brake rotors on the L20, the more expensive model, is 203 millimeter brake rotors, whereas on the EP2 version, it's 180 millimeters, all right? So a little bit more better stopping power on that bike. Both of them come with their racks. They both come with their wheels. The wheels are different, okay? So whereas this is a 20-inch 4-inch fat tire, this is a 20-inch 3-inch fat tire. So the L20 is gonna be a little bit more nimble than the EP2. So if you wanna cut corners quicker and everything, you're gonna be able to do that more on an L20 than you will on an EP2, okay? Now the batteries are identical too, okay? I'm gonna pull out my cell phone. I have a lot of notes on here because I couldn't remember everything. 15 amp hour batteries on both units, okay? They use LG cells. They both come with the 8 amp charger. Now an 8 amp charger is really quick. In about 2 hours, you can charge the bike fully from 0 to full. Now the ranges are a little bit different though. You actually get more range out of the EP2. They estimate 65 miles. They estimate 60 miles on the L20. Okay, they both have the IoT module with the GPS and the 4G and the Bluetooth. All that is on both units. Okay, Both have the same motor. It's a 750 watt motor that peaks out at 1500 watts, 90 Newton meters of torque. So you'll be able to get over hills with no problem on either one. They both have torque and cadence sensors, so you can switch whichever way you prefer to ride, okay? Now the chain ring's a little bit different too. On the EP-2, chain ring is 48T, whereas you have a 52T chain ring here. So you'll have less chance of ghost pedaling on this bike as you will on this one. On the rear, you have a 14 to 28 rear versus a 13 to 28. So by the time you add a 52 and a 13, there's no chance of ghost pedaling on this bike. You might a little bit on this bike, although not much, but you might, okay? They both use Shimano derailleurs. However, they are slightly different. Well, actually, this one says Altus. Let me see here. This one has the tourney. Yeah, there we go. So we have the tourney on this bike and the Altus on this one, okay? UL 284089 certified, and IPX4 is also certified too. This is not UL doing the certification, it's an independent lab that does the certification, but it's brought up to that standard, okay? What else? Oh, wait, let me tell you weight. 75.4 pounds on the EP-2, 76.1 pounds on the L20, okay? So there's a slight difference in weight, but again, near identical. So there's the differences between the two. So how would you choose one over the next? Well, first off, if budget is a concern, get this one, okay, EP-2. If budget is not as much of a concern, get the L20, okay? Between the two, which do I prefer? Well, I think the ease of use of the L20 is my preference at this point. But again, this is fully capable, and I think for the price of $9.99, it's really hard to beat it. So that's the alarm if you heard that. Okay, this thing has gone to sleep already. Let me turn it back on. There. Once it's on, the alarm turns off. So if anyone's messing with your bike, the alarm will ring, and then it'll send a notification to your phone saying that somebody's messing with your bike, okay? And you can track it and everything too. So there's a lot of capabilities on the two bikes. They're identical as far as the electronics are concerned. So there you have it. Between the two, it's personal choice, really. If you need a step-through design, this is the one. If it doesn't matter so much to you and you want to save some dollars, this is the one. So hopefully that gives you some ideas which Engwe you should purchase. Anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. I appreciate it from Engwe sending the bikes to me to be able to compare and review. Watch the other videos. I'll link it at the end of this video, and also in the description of the video, you'll find the links to the two reviews. Talk to you guys next time.